time, but this time it was so clear. We have anchor over the object. We start preparing for the dive, and was blue sky. The sun was shining. No ship near us. We were totally alone that time. And then we look at the radar, and it's popping up like dots on the screen, like something is out there. And I remember Peter and I look at each other and say, okay, what is that? And it should not be anything out here. So I take we go out and look, and we did not see anything. But still, it's popping up everywhere around us. And I'm talking about the area of 150, 200 meters from the ship. And we have no ship there. So, yeah.
The other thing I was fascinated by is you became aware, didn't you, that there were other potential foreign navies in the area watching, perhaps taking an interest in what you were doing. Tell me what you saw.
Wow, that was a little scary, I must say, because we have anchor. That's another time. We have anchored and begin to prepare for the dive and using the ROV at that time. And then it's popping up lots of ship. And that was ship. It was no ghosts. That was the Navy. It was the NATO. Even the Swedish Navy with the coast corvette was down very close to us also. Remember, this is on Finnish economic zone. This is not the Swedish water. And even the Swedes were there with the ships. But must be 10, 15 ships around us, laying there, lurking around.
So from which countries?
It was NATO. It was British, it was American, it was German ships, it was French ships. Yeah, lots of ships it was.
So there were 10 to 15 ships close to where you were operating.
Exactly. And we have filmed it also.
Was there any plausible explanation for why they were there so close to you?
Not really. I have no clue.
I love the accent so much.
The NATO should have no exercise, nothing about that.
And did you ask them? Did you hail them on the radio and ask them why they were taking such a close interest?
Yes, I did. I called them on the radio and asked them why they are so close to us, because we have divers in the water. And they were friendly, so they move away, perhaps a couple of 100 meters.
What did they say? What was their explanation for why they were taking such a close interest?
They did not give me an explanation at all. Not at all.
Those fuckers.
But
I understand.
Later, that was interesting because I had a meeting in the headquarters in the Swedish Navy about this later. And I asked one of the officers down there, you have a ship down there very close to us. Do you know about that? And why did you do that? And so on. And he just looked at me. No, I have no information about that. So that was quite interesting. Of course they know.
There was also that the Russians took an interest in you. Apparently there was a submarine emitting some signal that you were able to detect.
Because of lots of things have happened out there, I begin to something is going on out here. It's not only we could be interesting in this, must be others also. So I remember when I was home, I asked a company to borrow equipment to analyze data, signals. And I borrowed this thing, and I have the dummy there that tells me turn off every equipment you have on the boat, telephones, satellite telephones, and radar and everything. And we did it. We turn off everything. Blackout totally on the boat. And then I just push on enter, and I did the scanning of the signals. And when we were ready with that, I when we come back to Stockholm, I leave the information to this company, and they do the analysis of it. and I get the answer that we have the machine have noticed a signal that is dedicated to the Russian Navy. So
Those Russians.
So
you
I
think it
did
was
not
a
see any
submarine?
submarines. I did not see any submarines, and I did not see any Russian ships. But the signal was there.
This is getting more and more intriguing. One thing I wanted to ask you about, I asked you about the material on the bottom of the object, and I think you mentioned that you hadn't had it tested, but I did see an interview where you mentioned that you'd sent a sample off to, was it Israel, for testing?
Israeli. Yeah.
What did you send off for testing, and what results did you get?
No, we managed to take loose stones from the object laying on the object because we did not manage to take any samples directly from the object, and that's why we
That's
something
crazy.
must take up from that. So
Something
when I
must take
saw
up.
these stones, it was like a burned thing on it. So it was quite interesting to see it. And then I decided to send it down to Israel because they have contacted me and they were very curious about that and they wanted to do analyze on it. And okay, why not? I sent it down there. And yes, I got the answer from them. And I did get two answers from them. One on paper and one not really on paper. But the first I got, what have you found? How you find some high-tech submarine? And I was, what do you mean by that? And then after that, I got a more accurate data on it, or I don't know. But they find biologic burn material on it.
Burned material. Sorry, is it burned material?
Yeah, burn material on it.
Right. So where on earth would burning come from 90 meters underwater in the Baltic Sea?
That's the good question. I have no clue.
I can tell. I can tell
There's a
question. I
mystery
have answer.
there, isn't
I can ask. I can answer. It is because these craft have very hot, and so they go inside before water come, and before water come, it comes and slides craft, maybe downed, maybe lost AI drone cryptoterrestrial. It go there and burn things that are there. And then water comes, many younger dryas impact, and stuff like that. And then that is still there on the thing. And then they pick that up, and that's what they picked up, and that's that. Right?
there? And just so I'm clear, and just so our audience understand, when you scan all around that area in the Baltic Sea, are there any other kinds of rock outcrops that might remotely resemble the object that you've detected?
No.
Nope.
No, I mean round things you can have from old mines that have exploded, but then we're talking about 5 to 10 meters in diameter. That you can find, of course, but
Right.
now we're talking about 60 meters,
Now we're talking.
and it's not it's not like a crater either. It's something that's sticking up.
And it's not something that's fallen off a boat. It's not an old boat, or it's not an old... I mean, one of the explanations I saw was that it might be a reel from a cable company laying cables, but then it was pointed out that even the largest cable reel is only a fraction of the size of this
60
object.
meters.
Is there any kind of prosaic
60
explanation that
meters.
you can think of that might
How
plausibly
is it
explain
that
that
big?
object, if it is, as you believe it is, a constructed object?
No,
Nope.
no, I don't know. It cannot be something from the ship that have fallen off. It's too big.
So,
No.
what are you doing now? I mean, obviously, you've done 2 visits to the site. Are you going to go back and do more study?
That's my goal, Ross. That's my goal. I have been since I found it. It's have not been easy, I must say.
You've copped a lot of attacks, haven't you? In fact, I think there was a Fox News article that outright accused you of being a a scammer, that essentially the whole thing was just a rock.
How dare
Had Fox
they?
News done any
Fuck
research
them.
before they made that claim?
No, they did not.
Fuck
And
these
I was so
fucking Fox News shit.
angry and frustrated because at that time I did my best to convince scientists, people with the knowledge to help me understand what I have in front. We have there out there, and Fox News going out with the news that this is a rock, without talking to me, without knowing where the spot is, the position, nothing. And I was so surprised. I sent them a mail also. I didn't, of course, not get the answer, and asked them why are you going out with this information? You have not spoken to me. You have not been on the spot. You don't even know where it is. And
did they say where they got that information from?
No, they did not answer me. So
I guess what I find fascinating, Dennis, is there are parallels with the UAP subject here, because there are a lot of people who become armchair experts when anybody suggests that there's anomalous explanations for UAPs. And all you're arguing for, you're not saying, are you, that this is a flying saucer or indeed necessarily that it's a constructed object.
Yeah.
What you're saying is that the evidence suggests that it is a constructed object and that you would like to do further investigation. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah, that's how it have been from the beginning. It is
And so-
something in my mind. It's for me. It have been since day one something that is so odd and must be constructed. And is if it is something is constructed on the spot, I don't know. And if it's falling down from the sky, I don't know. But I want to find out.
I mean, the exciting thing is, if it was constructed on the spot, it must be somewhere between 15 to maybe 20,000 years old.
Yeah.
Because that's the last time that area of land underwater was open air land.
Yep.
If it was an object that fell from the sky, then we need to explain why there are these strange right angles on the object, corridors, apparent constructed shaped framings of holes in the object, including a triangle and a square.
Yeah.
That is suggestive of construction, ultimately, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. For me, for what I have seen, it's something, of course, that is constructed. And
So,
yeah.
where do you think the
better
whispering
place than
campaign came from that you were scammers? Do you think this was just trolls, or do you think this was more organised?
I think it was organized. I mean, we know that the Navy have been
should go
out
there
there
and do that.
lurking around every time we are out there, almost every
Go there and
time.
do that.
So they know the spot. They have, of course, been there.
So
And,
you strongly suspect
wrong.
that the authorities don't want you to find out what this object is.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. That's
Well,
the
that
fucking
just gets
fact.
my hackles up, Dennis. I'm sorry. I just need to know more. So what's the likelihood that you'll be doing an expedition anytime soon?
Wow, that's a good question. Hopefully this summer, we can do an expedition again. That's what I hope for. Nothing is ready yet, but that's my goal.
Now, Dennis, I couldn't let you go without finally asking you one question. You have seen an anomalous object for sure, haven't you, in your life? There's a great story you tell of what happened at your home near a military base in Sweden. Do you want to tell me that story?
Wow, yeah. Yeah, that changed my life totally. I was an entrepreneur, I'm still are, but at that time I was young. I'm a family father living outside of Stockholm, not so far from a military installation. In an apartment. Now I'm living out in the archipelago. But at that time I'm living in an apartment. I have the window so I can see the military field and the construction out there. One early morning, usually I sleep long time at that time because I'm working a lot, but this time I'm working. I wake up very, very early, like 3:30, 4 o'clock, The sun was on its way up, and I was just laying there and wondering, okay, why I'm waking up, and okay, I'm feeling fresh and nice, and my wife is sleeping still, and then after 10 minutes, I decide to go up to the kitchen and drink water. And when I'm sitting in front of the sitting in the bed, I have this big window in front of me, and I have this view of the military installation, and I see something that should not be there, and it's take me perhaps 2-3 seconds to understand that it's something odd over this area, and I begin to build up a frustration, angriness in me. So I begin to use F words and to get my wife's attention behind me. And I look at this thing. It looks like at that time like a cigar in front of me.
Classic.
And was big. It was not like something on the window or a balloon.
EG&G shit.
It was a big thing. No lights, nothing, and not the surface of was rough. Also, it was brown, and it's also reflecting the lights from the sun. So it was orange, brown, yellow.
Just to explain for our viewers who don't know what happens in Sweden in summer at 3:30 in the morning, why was there sun at that time of the morning?
Yeah, that's the nice thing about Sweden. In the winter times, it's dark almost all the time here. That's the sad thing. The summer times here in Sweden, we have, it's light almost the whole night. But this was summer. It was early. The sun was on its way up.
So you were seeing a reflection of the early sun on the shine of this object.
Exactly.
How big was the object?
Wow. That was something I spent the day after, or the same day after I have talked to my kids about it. We're going to the spot and try to figure out how big it was. It can be 600, 700 meters in diameter. It was not a small little thing.
And was there any kind of glow, any kind of light coming from the object?
No, nothing.
Any noise?
No lights, nothing.
Did you see it move, or did it just hover over the base?
Yeah, that's when my hair is standing up, because I was so surprised about it. I was sitting there in front of the window and look at it, and I turn around to see if I get my wife's attention, and she looked at me with big eyes, and she was scared. It's not Dennis. So, and then I turn back my head and look out at the window. It's still there. And I hope then that my wife is going to come up and see it herself, but she did not. And I standing there and or sitting there, and then the thing happened. Then you see it like this, and then it's
let's fucking go.
Like this. And so when that happened.
So it was originally looking like a cigar shape, a disc looking from the side.
Exactly.
But as it turned, you became aware of its particular shape. What shape did you see as it turned?
Round. It's a round object. And it was
then
like,
what happened?
And then I saw it just for perhaps 3-4 seconds. And then it was like somebody is throwing a frisbee at you. It's flying away over my house.
Was it?
And I was so surprised and angry at the same time, because I did not really understand what I'm seeing. So I run over the bed over my wife. She was already scared, and now I'm running over her to the other side of the house, and I'm standing there on the balcony and look, where is it? And where is it? I was so frustrated and angry, and then after a minute, she's coming, and then the kids also. Daddy, what's wrong?
And when it moved, how fast did it move?
I mean, nothing I have seen before. Is
So faster than any known terrestrial craft.
I have never ever seen anything move like that.
And do you think it was moving intelligently? Could it have been a balloon or some kind of natural object? Maybe a swarm of birds?
100%. 100%. It was something should not be there. Something have... Yeah. Not a natural thing.
I guess the point of all of this, Dennis, is that what that event did was twig you to the fact that there are phenomena which cannot be explained.
Yeah. You know, before that, I did not think about UFOs or something like that. I look at Star Wars as many other people have done, and I was busy with my business and my success with that. And then that happened. It is like I'm burn marked with it. I cannot let it go. I think about it every day since that day.
It fascinates me, you know, a lot of people who've had even one or two UAP encounters, it's like it seeds them with the need to know more.
Yeah.
Twigs their curiosity. Is that what's happened to you?
Yeah, of course. I'm an explorer also, you know, and then when I found this in the 2011, I get, what the heck is going on? I was so surprised. I'm burn marked with it. I cannot leave that, and I'm so can I say I'm convinced already that we are not alone. Where they're coming from, I don't know.
So, Dennis, I can't let you go without asking you, not scientifically, but intuitively, in your gut, what does your intuition tell you that object, the Baltic anomaly, is 90 meters underwater in the Baltic Sea?
What the fuck is that? Can we get real? What is it?
I want to be down Earth. I try to be.
He wants to be down. Let's fucking go, my guy.
At the same time, I'm swishing away sometimes.
Yeah. You gotta swish it.
I think it is something constructed. And I think it is something that is probably constructed on the spot. Then I'm down to Earth. And then I can, as I said, go away a little. After my experience I had 1996, I'm not surprised if we have found a crashed UFO in the Baltic Sea.
You think that it's entirely possible it could be something non-human, or it's entirely possible it could be something that was constructed before known human civilization? Either of those alternatives is mind-blowing.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Something it is.
Dennis, it's a
Something
pleasure
is.
to speak with you, and I think I speak for most of us here.
Let's
All you're
fucking
trying
go.
to do is solve a mystery.
Yeah.
And that's what we love here on Reality Check.
That's
We
what
love
we love, ain't it,
investigating mysteries and trying to get to the bottom of them. So I wish you the very best for your endeavours, and maybe one day we could join you on one of your future expeditions. It'd be great to see what's down in that mystery beneath. Thank you
Ross.
so much for joining Reality Check.
Thank you, Ross. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure.
Absolute king, dude. But Ross, you and your boys from the deep state, you're not gonna allow that to happen. Don't fall, my guy. What? You're not gonna, right? Bro, imagine having like Mr. Beast level funding. I would fucking sail out there, dude. But they wouldn't let. I mean, they couldn't let that. I would be psyop, so they can't do that. That's the paradox. You can't do that. You can't investigate. Everybody coming away with the truth. Let's watch Ashton now. Bro, did you see? Guys, did we see? I saw this live.
I did it!
Can you believe that I saw this live? Bro, he's been grinding that shit. He's been grinding that shit for like 10 months. This is the most insane shit that's gone down in gaming in recent. Oh, what the fuck? That's not a. It's a spiritual journey. That shit. That's not that. This transcends gaming. This shit transcends gaming. You have to understand how unbelievably fucking locked in you need to be. If you don't play the game, I mean, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. But Jesus shit. Let me tell you about that. That was fucked up. And the funny thing is, I subbed to his channel the day before this happened. Yesterday. Huh? Synchronicity. What was I gonna watch? What was I gonna watch? The final boss.
Roll up. 80s just got in point energy technology. You host Ashton Forbes.
Let's go.
And here you are tonight, guys. Wednesday night live stream.
Hell yeah.
I actually wasn't planning on doing a live stream. Had a lot of stuff going on, but I said, you know who I love the most? I love my audience. I love my followers. I love everybody out there.
What a fucking
who
nerd.
loves talking about 0 point energy.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's talk about it.
Free energy
Can we talk
is
about
so
it?
hot right now, guys.
Yeah,
Everybody's talking about
exactly.
All the cool kids are talking about
Yeah.
All the podcasters talking about
Oh yeah. It's happening.
It's awesome. But the question is, where does it come from? Who are the people that are gatekeeping it?
Right.
Who are the people that researched it?
Right.
And when you dig into this 0 point energy technology,
Dig into it.
you find out
That
it really does go back to a very small number of people. You can
It
really
really
name
does.
them.
Name them.
And if we assume there is some advanced technology out there that the government has, and you say, okay, well, who would the people be then that are gatekeeping this knowledge if there is this technology out there? It's actually pretty easy to narrow down the list of suspects. And right at the top of the list is a man named Harold Pudoff. Harold Pudoff, who's worked with the CIA. Harold Pudoff. Worked at the Stanford Research Institute. Worked on
Remote viewing shit and stuff like that.
remote viewing.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like a bunch of spooky stuff.
Parapsychologist.
Got involved in
Paraphysicist, whatever the fuck.
UFOs. Oddly, in the 80s, just got involved with UFOs out of nowhere. And
Right.
also then wrote like a dozen scientific papers on 0 point energy.
You sure did.
So let me pull up these real quick.
Dude, I remember like Ashton was reading through some stuff, like a scientific paper that he wrote about on something. I mean, it's insane to watch. It makes you feel like you're an ant or something. I mean, it makes you feel like they're not even humans. The people who do that shit. But I mean, it's just putting in the work. Like, but when you see those fucking equations and then the words in between, and this is because of this, and I mean, get the fuck out, dude. What?
So let me
I'm gonna
switch
stay
my-
surface level.
I want you guys to see this because I'm as sure that
Okay,
this
baby.
man, Hal Pudoff, is the prime gatekeeper of 0 point energy technology, as I am that Edward C. Lin leaked the MH370 videos. The Hoff, that's a pretty good name for him.
The
Chad.
Hoff.
That's a pretty good name.
Hell yeah,
the man
dude.
is a legend. Look at how old he is.
The Hoff.
88 years old. Pretty sure he's got the anti-aging serums going on or whatever, because if I look at this good at 88 years old, then I probably got the 0 point energy technology going on myself. Let's just call it like we see it, chat. We are the change. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Okay. His scientific papers. First of all, when you Google his papers, the first one that comes up is ultra-terrestrial models.
Wait, what? The Epstein files drops today, and Gene Hackman's death has nothing to do with it. Continue.
He's talking about ultra-terrestrials, like aliens.
Hell yeah, dude.
But like from here.
Hell yeah.
Engineering the 0 point field and polarizable vacuum. I mean, this is just what we get when we Google his papers. And when you go to his papers, You see that his papers go back, like, look at this. Quantum ground states is equilibrium. Remember, chat, on Monday, we were talking about ground states. If you did not watch Monday's live stream, you have homework to do. You need to go back. It's very important to understand hydrogen atoms and electrons and what they are and why the ground state matters in an equilibrium, because we can rip something out of equilibrium. Hal Puthoff's been writing about it. He's been writing scientific papers about it since 1987. One of the first things I did was research Hal Puthoff when I started suspecting that he might be involved in all this. And when I got to his scientific papers, you could just tell right away. I mean, look at what we're looking at here. 0 point energy, like other things that are basically like just 0 point energy, different, like rephrased. And he goes all the way back to 1987. Just quick shout out, gravity is a 0 point fluctuation force. Says that we can explain gravity. Gravity is explained as the pressure force of different densities of 0 point energy, also known as mass as well. Mass is energy. And then 1987, there it is, the one I was talking about on Monday, ground state of the hydrogen atom as a 0 point fluctuation determined state. What that scientific paper is saying by Hal Puthoff, this is the very first one. And then before that, it was like remote viewing, 1981. So he's talking about remote viewing in 1981. And ESP and all this stuff. Look at all this. And then just straight out of nowhere, 180-degree turn. And in 1987, from that point forward for the rest of his life, Hal Puthoff became the #1 expert in the world. And when I say expert, you're actually the fucking expert. Hal Puthoff is the #1 expert in the world on 0 point energy. Period. Hal Puthoff does not go on Joe Rogan. He's been asked. He does not go on Joe Rogan. Imagine that. Imagine the type of person that's the expert on 0 point energy that doesn't give a shit about going on Joe Rogan. Not just doesn't give a shit, like turns it down.
Why haven't I done that?
Okay? A guy that said that he would never testify to Congress, and he will take the secrets to his grave. This is the man that we're looking for. This is the man that we need to explain how there is some magical orbs flying around, teleporting airplanes.
Yep.
Okay? So
What's up,
what are we
Ashton
gonna talk
Joseph
about
01?
today?
How are you doing?
We're going to talk about Hal fucking Puthoff. That's what we're going to talk about today. And you know
Good to
what?
see you.
I'm not even going to do that much talking. No, I probably will.
I am
But
watching my boy
so
Ashton
many
here,
videos of
talking the final boss of 0 point energy disclosure. Playing some hardcore World of Warcraft. Went to the climbing gym today. Had a good walked there. Had a good session. Taking it easy, getting back into it. Already feeling the pump. Hit the sauna. Walked home. Ate some fried rice. Since then I've just and then now I'm here. Is that men a vid playing on your second screen or you live right now? I'm live here and that guy is a video. Yeah. That's my boy Ashton Forbes here. Cold fusion plasma scientist. What are we doing? There you go. Here, need more people for this quest. I need some elites, but we can go kill here. Let's go kill there and there. Yeah, we can do that. Go kill that, and look for people to do this. Oh, whoa, I need to go there also. I'm gonna chill with those. Let's do the elixir of agony here now, and then maybe this. With some, we can get a group. Yep. Yeah, this shit is very fucking
And
interesting.
I'm basically just going to play them out and let him do the talking. And I'm going to let you come to your conclusion based on the shit that Hal Puthoff has just said publicly. Because the thing that I love most about this investigation, this job, if you want to call it a job, which I think it probably will become one, is collecting the clips of all these guys. Because when you're a journalist, when you're an actual investigative journalist, what you want to do is you want to get people's opinions on the record. And a lot of these guys do podcasts, and they say those opinions on the record.
Yeah, I can. You know what? Let's do that for this room.
There's evidence. Collect information on it. Okay, so just to be 100% clear, Hal Puthoff knows that we got some orbs. He knows we can teleport airplanes, and he probably knows
how's my
what
stream
we
going?
did to MH.
I mean, it's going well. I'm just chilling, you know. It's going great.
370. I wouldn't surprise me. Whatever Majestic 12, whatever the Smoky Man shit is that controls the world, it would not surprise me if Hal Puthoff is in the room when the Majestic 12 people meet.
Oh hell yeah!
And I have a clip for that too.
Mm.
In fact, I'm just gonna start playing clips. You know what? I'm just gonna start playing clips.
Play
right
the
now.
clips.
The first one that I like, that I wanted to play. I think Deep State Plasma Puthoff. Okay, here it is. The very first one. Wait, what? One sec, chat. For some reason it said invalid file type. Oh man. Okay, well, I'm gonna try to find this clip or another way to play it, but there's a clip where Puthoff was invited to like Washington, and the whole point. Oh yeah, okay, I have it here. I gotta convert this. Okay, I'm gonna convert this, and I'm just gonna tell you what it says. So, Hal Puthoff gets invited to Washington, and the point of the invitation is basically just to decide whether or not the world is ready for disclosure.
No, I'm not. I'm
Whether
not
or not we
interested.
can handle
I am
disclosure.
not interested in checking out
It's
your
like,
artwork
wait,
or anything like that, my friend.
That is the most.
I get a. Oh, you wouldn't even believe the amount of people I get asking me that. You know. It's basically every single viewer that's in my stream is asking me to if I want to buy their art, and the question is always, thank you, but no thank you. You know. I like how my little stream is looking here. You know. Keeping it simple. I also have a 25-year contract with my only subscriber, Gabe G. So he has me set, you know. It's a little joke we have. But thank you very much for the offer, my friend. But I'm not interested. No, you're all good, man. We can. Hey, look, ask and you shall receive.
Smoky
always ask.
man in the room shit I've ever heard in my
Always
fucking
ask.
life. You get invited to DC to be the one who's going to decide whether or not
Follow the
we're
stream.
worthy of disclosure right now, and they literally just make a list and just number the list like the value, the things, the factors they think that should weigh into disclosure, and then the positives or negatives effects on humanity. And then they rate them in terms of severity, like -10 to +10. And then they add all those numbers up.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for
and
the
if
follow.
the end result is a positive,
Thank you for the follow.
then they
Appreciate
will
it.
give us disclosure.
That's what I said. You don't
And
never
if the
never
end result
apologize for
is
asking.
negative, then no disclosure. If you think I'm kidding you,
What's wrong with
if you
asking?
think that this is too insane, that this is too much like some Squid Game shit, that would be like, there's no way that
Go
can
do your
really be
thing.
how it's happening. Just wait
You know?
until this video converts right now. I'm literally begging for this video finish converting so you can hear it from Hal Puthoff's mouth directly. What kind of person is on a soul conference when he's looking about, because I'm looking at my second video here, looks at least he's like 87. This must have been from like last year. He's like, yeah, I was just invited out to determine whether or not we're going to know about free energy and aliens.
That's crazy.
I'm
So
gonna keep
unbelievably
no-
crazy.
No spoilers in the chat. I don't want you guys to hear what the answer
I appreciate
was.
your soft
But
behavior.
yeah.
Oh my god, what an excellent comment.
Here we go.
Thank you very much. You know what it is? It's because I'm in touch with my feminine side. That's really it. That's what we're lacking in the today's day and age. It's about harnessing and controlling your darkness, right? That's the feminine side. No, don't get it twisted. It's not about just. A lot of people have that twisted. Oh, we need to. Of course, you need to embrace the light, but you also need to embrace the darkness, and that's the feminine side, and that's the chaotic side. And that's what I'm doing here, trying to do at least. But you know, I've been on a. It's also because I've been very happy lately. I like how my life is going, which is interesting because I got laid off from work, right, from my workplace. So, but I've finally found love for myself, So I love myself more than ever. Like, it's not even just more than ever. It's like I finally really love myself. Like, full stop, you know? And ever since that shift happened in my fucking consciousness or whatever, everything is things have been going great. You know, I've been cutting out bad habits, introducing new ones, putting myself out there a little bit here with the stream and shit, learning more stuff. You know, focusing, getting off the weed, getting off the gooning, all that shit. I ain't gonna push you to buy anything, but at least check out my work. No, I'm not gonna check out anything or anything like that. You know. Unless you have like an X account, I can check out your X account or something. But no Discord, none of that shit. You know, I just don't do that. It's a matter of principles, or something. Best of luck, man. Keep. Hey, thank you, Ashley. Thank you so much. Right back to you. Same to you. And good luck with the designing work and all that shit. Go kill it. Do your best. That's all we can do. I'll keep watching my boy.
At game time. Oops, wait. Did StreamYard changed? Huh.
Now, along the way, something that came across my path in this was that I was contacted by a CEO of a think tank in Washington, D.C.
CEO of a think tank in Washington, D.C. What the fuck is the CEO of a think tank? That right there is just some straight up spook level shit.
Yeah.
I was contacted by the CEO of a think tank in Washington, D.C. Said, hey, bro, can you just fly out to D.C.? We're going to decide if disclosure is going to happen this weekend. Just seeing if you could come out. We know you're one of the MJ12 or whatever spooky shit's going on.
This is back a couple of decades ago. He says, I want you to come
Decades
and
ago.
participate in a conference here in Washington. I said, well, I'm frankly too busy. What's it about? He says, I can't tell you what it's about. But if you come and you participate, you will consider it later to be one of the most important conferences you ever went to. Well,
Bro, this is some straight up Men in Black.
It will be one of
Bond
the
villain
most
shit,
important
dude. I mean,
conferences
what
you've
the
ever
fuck?
been a part of.
What the fuck,
Bro.
man? Yeah.
How did this not get more attention?
Yeah, man.
People
That's the
just
thing.
ignore this. Like, how do people not realize this man right here is the godfather, final boss of UFO disclosure?
since I had respect for him and knew his
Literally
background
talking about
and
it.
many things he's done, I did finally decide to come to this conference.
Finally
And when
decided.
I arrived, there were about...
Do you have an Instagram? Yeah, it's. I think it's linked below, right? Isn't it?
recognized
15 or
some
20
that
people.
from-
Maybe not.
15 or 20 people are deciding whether or not we're going to get UFO disclosure, aliens.
But I don't want to be
free
rude or
energy,
anything. But
whatever shit you want.
I'm probably not gonna look at it.
Television.
You know.
15 or 20 people get
But again,
invited
thank you
to
very much.
Washington, told this is going to be the most important thing ever. Come roll up. You guys are just going to casually decide whether or not humanity is worthy of free energy.
the
Oh, you can eat those.
military,
They're human, right?
CIA,
Military, CIA, DIA is Defense Intelligence Agency, CIA, you know these acronyms. These are the people, of the 15 or 20 people that are there. Chat. Sometimes in this world, I think I'm taking crazy pills because we're on the first video of Hal Pudov right now. And I'm already like, haven't I proved that he's already like the final boss? Like, do you need more than this video that I'm playing right now for you? Where he's literally saying I'm part of the 15 or 20 fucking spooks that were invited to Washington 20 years ago to decide whether or not we're worthy of free energy, to decide whether or not we're worthy of warp drives.
I'm gonna
I
take
think
this
you
call
can
real
probably
quick.
tell what the answer is because it's kind of the future right now and how this is going to play out. So it's actually a little bit better when you know how this plays out. When we look at it retrospectively and we're like, Jesus Christ, like what is...
Hell yeah, dude. Have a good day. You too, Ashlyn. Joseph. 01. I got a call from the... I've ordered like blood work testing for a man. You know. Yeah. So that's what and they said that they were gonna call 6 hours ago, but they called now. Hello. I'm in the middle of something here. I'm in the middle of taking over Azeroth and solving the free energy question at the same time, and you can't call me then. But they called. It's a good call. What were you saying? Help it off.
What's wrong with us, humanity?
What's wrong with
What
you?
is wrong? How are we letting these people just run roughshod over us and decide everything about our
Roughshod.
lives right now?
What can we do? What can we do about it?
Businessman.
I'm doing what I can.
So I thought, well, this is quite an interesting group of people. And so, to start the conference off, he
How much you want to fucking bet? How much you want to fucking bet?
What?
This doesn't even count as my F words, and you'll realize why. How much you want to fucking bet? Bill motherfucking Gates was at that thing.
Yeah, of course.
When he said businessman, my mind immediately went to Bill Gates.
Yeah.
I bet you anything, Bill Gates' ass sitting in there deciding what the hell is going to happen to humanity 20
Of course.
years ago.
Of course. If you have enough money, you're an asset.
this conference is about disclosing something to the American public.
Not just the American
As a
public.
startup position, let's assume that there have been crash retrievals by Russia, China, and the United States. And the question is,
Yes.
can we bring this out to the public?
No.
And so I think and most of the people I knew, when you talked to them later, said, oh, this is really cool. I mean,
Him too.
this
Huh?
actually goes someplace. So he said, okay, the strategy we're going to use is we're going to make a list of all the areas that you think would be affected by this. And then on each one, you're going to have to grade them on a scale from +9 to -9 as to the level of impact and whether it's positive or negative.
Oops.
Okay. So we started out by making lists. So we started out with the obvious things. Well, I mean, the stock market, maybe religions, well, certainly politics would be affected. So we made a long list, and it was really a long list. And the time we got down to the bottom of the list, we were really in the weeds. Like, okay, if corporation A has access to retrieve materials that corporation B doesn't, then when this comes out, corporation B is going to sue corporation A,
Yeah.
sue the government.
Blockade shit.
This is really going to be a tough thing to kind of handle. So, okay.
Guys, he's literally just spilling the beans
Yeah, man.
right here.
Yeah.
He's like, why is UFO disclosure not going to happen? Well, Lockheed Martin's going to get sued out of existence. Boeing's going to get sued out of existence. Their competitors are going to sue them out of existence.
Yeah.
We haven't even begun talking about criminal charges for all the crimes these people have committed.
Oh, that's not.
Oh, stock market's going to collapse. World economies are going to collapse.
Get the fuck out.
He's just saying it.
He's
right
saying
here.
it.
All this is exactly what will happen.
Yep.
This is not. He's not speculating.
No.
He knows exactly what's going to happen because he understands. He's a smart man who understands the idea and concepts of free energy.
Yeah.
He understands free energy. So this is why I want people to understand you should not be polarized, especially not in the UFO community.
Right.
Do
Be
I
triumphant.
think Luolazando's a spook who's
It's about
pushing
being
a
triumphant.
narrative? Yeah.
Dude, I
Would
found
talk
that
to him?
word.
Of course I would.
I'm gonna bring. That's my word. Can I steal that word? I was watching my boy Greg Braden, and he talks about the fucking our humanness and how it's being taken away from us with the technology and blah 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 and the evil versus good and all that shit. And he's saying it's not about winning anymore. It's not being victorious, which I've been my entire life, but it's about being triumphant. Right, graceful as you, right. It's about that moment in the movie where the good guy wins over the bad guy, but the good guy stretches out his hand to the bad guy because he understands. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Being triumphant.
Of course I would. can't be polarized. You have to understand that the people who are hiding this shit are doing it for reasons in which they think are justified, and you're hearing right now the reasons in which Hal Puthoff and the other various spooks feel justified
Am I doing the right
in
thing here? Like,
basically stealing our
Technospirituality.
future and
Technospirituality.
kicking us in the ass repeatedly over and over again until the day that we die. No, from the day that we're born until the day that we die. Okay.
Okay. So anyway, we broke up into groups. He's taking a certain number of the things that were in our list.
Get him a water. He needs his water. Chat.
And in my group, we added up the numbers, +9 to -9. And we ended up in the negative category, even though we were kind of positively disposed to the idea. So I thought, well, maybe that just has to do with particular lists that we got. So then I talked to other people that wrote other lists and said, you know, we came to a negative number also. Well, make a long story short, it turned out that everybody going through these lists, it was a very sophisticated situation with complex computers and big screens and all that kind of stuff. It finally came down to the fact that the problem was there's so many areas to handle, and there was no way to handle them all at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, this is completely fucking insane, dude. If we let this shit out, there's too many problems. It's gonna be a problem. We're gonna be having some problems. Holy shit. It's like, what the fuck?
The final result was, therefore,
So fuck it. So fuck it. That's what they said.
and so those of us who were participating in this were thinking, you know, we started thinking that this is the right thing to do. So anyway,
Wow.
So anyway.
So, okay, right off the bat, chat. How do we know he's the final boss? Well, he's being invited to Washington with a bunch of spooks to determine whether or not we get disclosure. So, if I was making a checklist of people that I'm suspecting of being the final boss, getting invited to Washington with a bunch of spooks to put a bunch of numbers on a piece of paper to determine whether or not we're worthy of disclosure, yeah, that's exactly the kind of bureaucracy that I would expect from my final boss of UFO disclosure. 1000%. So he's already acting exactly like the guy. Okay, let me hit these donos up. Chris Johnson, you need to get Matthew, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name, on a live stream. I don't know who that is, chat, but somebody post in the Discord about who he is, and maybe we will talk to him. I did have the bad news. I had the Robert J. O'Neill interview had to get rescheduled at the last minute. So I don't know when that's going to happen. I'll let you guys know when I have an update on that. Oops. Okay. Here's an invite to the Discord as well. I'm throwing in the chat. Okay, Tic Tac Tundra. Hal Puthoff's research is going to be hidden like Tesla's love ya, bro. No, the thing is, like, clearly, thank you for this donation, by the way. Clearly, Puthoff has been allowed to post his papers. They're clearly so unafraid that anyone's going to figure it out that they're happy to have the science get posted. And I've talked to the sources I've talked to as well. This is what I've heard behind the scenes. Take it or leave it at, at face value. But that some of the science is allowed to be published as long as you're not publishing how to build something or engineer something. Like, that's the difference. Like, understanding that the universe is not empty. It's not an empty vacuum. 0-point energy exists. You're allowed to do that.
Yeah,
You're not allowed to tell somebody how to build a
I'm already doing
floating
that.
or a free energy device. I mean, you can even tell people generally how to build a free energy device, but you can't, like, if you actually do it and show somebody, you're probably going to get a knock on the door. Simple as that.
Luckily, I can't do that.
But it does actually show you that Puthoff might still be. I think he's being honest when he's saying, like, he's predisposed towards disclosure. He's predisposed towards it. This is maybe the perhaps sad irony of the whole situation.
Yeah.
The final boss of UFO disclosure might actually want disclosure, but at the same time be gatekeeping it and preventing us from getting it.
Yeah, he has bosses,
Wow.
of course. Like.
That's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, man.
Dennis, thank you very much for that donation. Appreciate you, brother. Levi. Ironic they don't trust us with 0 point energy, and they're the ones who have dropped a nuke. We have the better track record with WMDs. Yes, this is actually, thank you very much for that $10 donation, the most powerful argument. So if you're out there debating people about this, and you're on the side of disclosure of it, the most powerful argument is the worst people in the world already have it, and we've had nukes for 70 or 80 years, and we haven't destroyed ourselves yet. So to think that we're automatically going to destroy ourselves is a bit pessimistic. At the same time, it still doesn't sway me. I still think we're going to destroy ourselves. Sorry, guys. That's just, I got to call it like I see it. I got to be honest 100% with you guys. I want you guys to change my opinion. I want you guys to make me not so jaded. That would be great. But unfortunately, it's probably doomsday. Okay. Andy, thank you. Wow, huge donation, man. Some of you guys are going crazy. Some of y'all are making the debunker Redditor people really salty with your donations. But you know what? I love it. Thank you. In fact, just for this weekend, 100% guaranteed, I'm going to get new furniture in the back here. I'm going to spicing this thing up, increase the production quality, make the content even more content-y.
Hell yeah.
By adding something in the back. And I already have a bobblehead and some other stuff you guys have sent me that I'm going to put on top of it. Just because of this donation right here, because of Andy. Thank you very much, Andy. I appreciate you, sir. Oh, wait, what was your question? How do we make Hal so famous it becomes... That is exactly the plan also. And Andy had a great comment and question. See, the rest of you out there, try to be like Andy. Obviously, pay me the hundreds of dollars. No, I'm just kidding. Ask great questions. The secret of being in the chat is asking smart questions. This is also true of Twitter and social media. Don't just post some stupid reply. Think for a minute. Think about what kind of reply will get somebody to think about what I'm saying and have it be relate to the post above. So how do we make Hal so famous that he becomes our asset? We win him the Nobel Prize. Hal Puthoff needs to win the Nobel Prize for his space-time metric engineering. Sources tell me that he's been nominated like 4 times. Like 4 times. They don't tell who's been nominated. Sources tell me he's been nominated multiple times and that the remote viewing stuff is the only reason why he hasn't won. But of course, when it turns out that we can actually teleport and bend space-time, Hal Puthoff's space-time metric engineering paper is going to be the one that wins the Nobel Prize. So we win him that Nobel Prize, and then he becomes world famous, and then it becomes awkward, like why he won't go on Joe Rogan. And you're like, oh, because he knows about teleportation and warp drives and shit. And like he's been building them for Lockheed Martin or helping build them or I don't know, something. Whatever it takes to basically say you'll go to your grave with your secrets. Right? And even Jesse Michaels was saying that, this was on the Danny Jones recent interview, I think, saying that like the contractors, it's the third-party contractors that make you sign the NDAs. Those are the scary ones. It's not even the government NDAs that are the scary ones. The scary NDAs are the Lockheed Martin NDAs. Of course. The one that says, like, you don't have any rights if you break this NDA. Says that we can do whatever we want with you. And you're like, well, I will fight it in court. And they're like, we will too, and we have the best lawyers, and we have unlimited money.
Fuck you.
Let that sink in for a second, chat. Thank you very much, David R., for that donation. Thank you for being here. They think they have to slow drip it. In my opinion, it's a common mind control tactic, incrementalism. I 100% agree, 1000% agree that that's what's going on. They're trying to push the Overton window until it's acceptable. They could probably even argue that the only reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now is that they woke me up to get to this point with all the, Tic Tac stuff and all that. 'Cause that's what woke me up. I would never have been talking about aliens before all that, or UFOs or any of this stuff. No chance. I would never have been interested in it before that. Which would be funny, because then they could claim that, oh, we made you. We made you. You wouldn't be doing this without us. And then I'll say, well, you know what? The old things become obsolete, and then they got to be replaced by something better. And your bitch ass never got the job done. And I just came in off the streets as nobody and was like, oh, what is this? Oh, flying UFO shit and alien. Oh, well, that's a psyop. And turns out we can teleport airplanes, bitch.
There is.
Huh.
Oh shit.
So yes, it's a slow drip disclosure bullshit process, and well, even if they made this movement, we surpassed them, and now we're basically exposing their own plan. So kind of backfired, didn't it? The plan's not so genius anymore now, is it? Job Martinez, smart question. Hope so. When are we getting a 24-hour Ashton live stream? Chat, you realize I have a full-time job that I do? Like literally today, not 7 a.m., 6:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. straight. I was just major project I was working on this today. And all week, frankly. So the day we get this is probably the day Edward C. Lynn comes out and is like, okay, that Ashton guy, that Four Orbs guy on the internet, he was right. I leaked those videos. If that day comes, I'm gonna have blunts being injected into both sides of my arms. We'll be injecting Marajahoochas on both sides.
Oh, shit.
I'll be drinking bong rips. I'll be sloppy on live stream. People will be making fun of me, and I'll just be like, I got no cares in the world. We can teleport. I proved that warp drives were real. So that's probably the day we'll get it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Sakariker? I don't know. Salvatore knows everything. Thank you for that donation. Yes, Salvatore Pais probably knows. There's a reason why Sal was like looking for, like respect from Al Pudok and Eric Davis, because Sal knows that those guys know, right? And you might say, well, how does Sal know? Because the circles are relatively small, and the circles that Sal's in are the U.S. Navy and Space Force. So when we're doing clandestine shit, those are the people. Like literally the number 1 and 2, I would imagine in my mind, is the U.S. Navy and the Space Force for doing sketchy shit. And let's just be honest. Sal has seen some UFOs or flying saucers or at least some orbs. He's seen them. No question, no doubt. I'll bet any amount of money on it. Flip the cards over. I've been playing poker again recently, chat. My reads are on point right now. I would guarantee you anything. Sal has pocket aces. No doubt, no question. I got the beat. Okay, and then last one, chaotic good. Track the finance problems with me. Disclosure problems. Yeah, I appreciate you, chaotic good. I just don't want to try that hard. Look at it like this, chaotic good. You're gonna get killed if you start looking into the money from some of these people. That's really all I wanted to say. That's it. That's the reality. Let's just be 100% honest. The best thing you probably can do is just talk about the science and stay safe, right? Okay. Chat, you gave me so many donos, I lost track of where we were. So anyway, I wanted to show the scientific papers, but hey, it's not just the scientific papers with Hal Pudov. He's also got a patent, and it's not just any random patent. It's a gravity communication patent, also known as a quantum. It's quantum communication patent. Come on, man. Quantum communication is just a made-up ass word. Just doesn't mean anything. Quantum just means small. So when you say quantum communication, just means small communication device. This is using a scalar potential. Literally just says a communication system using vector and scalar potentials. It's been approved 5 different times. So for the people who are trying to say that this is like pseudoscience, it's been approved 5 different times. 5 different times. It's a lot of patent officers to be wrong to approve the patent 5 times. I'm sure he's made a lot of effing money off this patent. You know what? I'm just in a good mood, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This patent lets the military find submarines in the water that normally we wouldn't be able to detect. Not only does it let us find them, they are just sitting ducks. Submarines are fucking useless. We can see every single submarine, every single place, anywhere in the ocean, anywhere with pinpoint accuracy. Oh, felt good to say that.
Little Coca-Cola action.
Delicious, chat.
Sheesh.
Okay,
I
now
gotta
that we
wait
got
till
that out of
tomorrow
our
to
chest,
crack a
I'm feeling
Coca-Cola.
better. Oh yeah, and plane to be. I mean, guys, if we can find submarines everywhere, you think we didn't see where a plane crashed? No,
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah,
We teleported a goddamn airplane. Start coming to terms with it, people out there, because you're gonna have
I'm trying
to
to
start
tell
getting used to the
people
word.
it's not working,
Ashton
man.
Forbes was right. We teleported an airplane.
It's
Apparently,
not
we can
working.
teleport airplanes. Where is it?
I need to start streaming on X instead. What am I doing on Twitch?
Like, this is what happened to the plane that, like, we just can't find, that literally could never have disappeared. Okay, there, I addressed the videos for today's live stream.
Can they
Okay.
drop a fucking rod, my boys? Come on, dude.
Let's do another video. You know what? More Hal
Do it.
Puthoff, chat.
More help.
Hal Puthoff. I can't get enough.
I need more of this guy.
Can't get enough. Can't stop, won't stop. Oh, sorry, we gotta change this. Chat, they teleported a plane, and all I got was, I don't know. Finish that sentence in the chat for me right now, so that when people watch this, they go look at the chat and appreciate it. They teleported an airplane, and all I got was ... Okay. So this is a video here that, I don't know, just popped up, another one. So let's just listen to this video. Let's just let the video do the talking.
Firmage put Fugal on the phone with Hal Puthoff and Kit Green, two scientists who had previously worked with the CIA. Puthoff and Green had long been involved with millionaire Robert Bigelow's hunt for the paranormal. Fugal's back-to-back phone conversations with General Clark, Hal Puthoff, and Kit Green, in which they all vouched for Joe Firmage and his endeavors, was enough to convince Fugal.
Cool down, Nuyo. Hey, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it very much. How are you doing? I'm sitting here watching some cool shit. Leveling up my rogue here in hardcore. Taking over Azeroth. Connecting the dots. And having an overall great day. And how are you doing? You're doing well. That's very, very excellent to hear that. It's very, very excellent. I'm from Sweden. I am from Sweden. But cool down, yo. If you're here to sell me any kind of art or anything like that, then I'm not really interested. I have to be honest. I get a lot of people asking me that. And I always say to them, no. You know, I like it how it is now. I don't have the finances. I don't have the facilities for that, big man. Yeah, that's what's up. And also, I don't need it. I don't want it right now. You know, that's not really. I'm not looking for that. But I appreciate it. I really do. There it is. No worries. Thank you. Let's get out of here. Is that the same as? What level are those? Dalaran Shield Guard. For what? Stone tokens. Should I go there maybe? Level 30 and 32. You know what? Let's do this and this first. Yeah. We do that. Slow and steady wins the race in this one.
As of yet, and
What?
What did
this
you say?
patented technology and physics breakthrough is going to change the world as we know it.
Okay, well, Brandon Fugal may be a lot of things. I don't get a liar's vibe in them. Whatever Brandon Fugal's saying right there, he believes that. Brandon Fugal absolutely was convinced in this video that we have propulsion technology that is classified and kept secret.
Oh, yeah.
And, oh well, he was friends with Hal Puthoff. So he knows for a fact. Like, he's been sitting in the smoky room with Hal Puthoff, and Hal Puthoff's like, yeah, it's all real. We've got it. And then he probably asks, like, okay, well, Like, why, man? Why are we hiding it? And then Hal Puthoff will just plainly go, because we're not ready. Because we're not ready. And then what do you say in response to that? You just say, yeah, guess you're right.
Know it.
And then he goes smoke a
This
cigarette.
video appears to show a celebratory demonstration
In a back alley.
of Firmage's device. A happy-looking Fugel stands next to Hal Puthoff.
I mean, look at that. So I don't know who Joe Firmiage is. Should we go on a side quest? Should we go on a side quest tonight, chat? Or should we just push through? I think we're going to push through. We might come back to it. But okay, so let me hit you with another video. Let's just keep the videos rolling.
Keep 'em rolling.
Next video I want to show you is this one that is basically just a reading. Because we need to understand, let me just lay the groundwork for Hal Puthoff. So I showed you his scientific papers. He comes on the scene in 1987. He's erect as a tent for 0 point energy. Can't get enough of it. Fucking loves it. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Chowing down 0 point energy. Well, it turns out in the 80s, he gets connected with this man named Ken Shoulders while they're at the SRI, Stanford Research Institute, together. And turns out Ken Shoulders, in one of his book or manifesto, whatever you want to call it, Ken Shoulders admitted that in 1980, he read a scientific paper. And in that scientific paper, it convinced him that the ether was real. And then if the ether was real, we could probably do some crazy stuff with plasma. And so Ken Shoulders started working with Hal Puthoff, and their financier was Bill Church of Church's Chicken. Yes, the fried chicken place. Yes, that one. And they started working on condensed charge research. What the hell is that? Well, condensed charge research is basically cold fusion and extracting energy from cold fusion using non-equilibrium plasmas, cold plasmas. Extracting useful electrical energy over unity. Wow. The Pentagon actually prioritized this research, condensed charge research, number 3 in the very early 90s of all priorities, only behind optical computing and the stealth bomber. Number 3 was condensed charge research. The next year, it moved up to number 2. Presumably behind computers, because I can't imagine anything being more important than computers, but great. So, here we go. Now that I gave you the background, let's watch this video. And I'll go ahead and shout out Observing the Anomaly. There's a really good, rare Reddit post. And of course, like any good Reddit post, it has very few upvotes compared to what it deserves. And this AI video kind of came along with it.
This is my research into Hal Puthoff and Ken Shoulders. Hal Puthoff is a huge part of the UFO discussion. He's one of the few physicists that takes the subject seriously and is part of To the Stars Academy, aka TTSA. He has claimed to have searched for maverick inventors with his company Earth Tech to find innovative propulsion and energy sources to no avail. However, another very credible physicist who also worked at SRI with Hal in the 1980s claims the work was successful. I want to share his work and figure out why Hal's connection to it hasn't been discussed. Let's reach a consensus if there is something here and if we should try to ask Puthoff about it. Hal Puthoff's connection to the UFO topic is well established. He is a part of TTSA and has been researching.
So that's a picture of Ken Shoulders that you're looking at right there. That's Ken Shoulders. That's actually Ken Shoulders. That's his real picture right there.
The topic for years with inside access to materials, scientists and government officials. His career is very interesting, having been involved in the CIA's Project Stargate remote viewing program. These details are well known. His connection to Ken Shoulders, however, appears to be under the radar. Who is Ken Shoulders? Ken Shoulders was an experimental physicist and father of vacuum microelectronics with a career at SRI and multiple patents. More interestingly, He spent the last half of his life researching what he called exotic vacuum objects or EVOs, and this work was done in conjunction with Hal Puthoff. Ken claimed that he had found a new source of energy in these strange plasma objects, and all of his work has been archived by his son.
Chat.
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean, so Hal Puthoff is very public when it comes to psychic powers, and quite public as well when it comes to the UFO phenomenon. But when it comes to his connections to Ken Shoulders and the plasmas and the exotic vacuum objects, all of a sudden, very hush hush.
Yep.
Even though, like I just told you, factually speaking, this technology was prioritized near the top of the Pentagon's research priorities in the early 90s. Just to even get on a list of the research priorities must be like a miracle, let alone to be near the top. Why wouldn't Hal Puthoff want to talk about his super high priority research into condensed charge and plasmas and plasma balls? That's weird. Well, let's just ask Ken Shoulders, like, what would be so important about these plasma balls that might make this worthwhile? Let's just see. This is literally Ken Shoulders.
Other
Right here.
things that could be used for.
You name something you want that's good, and it
Just in case you can't hear, he's saying anything you want. You can name something you want that's good, and it can probably do it.
probably be the thing that does it for you.
Holy shit.
You say anti-gravity. Propulsion properties are just incredible.
You say anti-gravity, the propulsion properties are just incredible. He's talking about the exotic vacuum objects right now. That's Ken Shoulders. That's literally the man being discussed.
We'll be able to push anything you want, anywhere you want. It enshrouds
Transform?
stuff. This is all written in some of these things on the web. And when it enshrouds things, it can allow them to disappear. It does make atoms disappear in laboratory work. Well, that's interesting, you know, because
Atoms disappear?
It enshrouds things. It
Hell yeah,
makes
dude.
things disappear. In laboratory work, it does make things disappear. Wait, is he talking about teleporting things with plasma balls? Keep going.
when they disappear, I can transport all this stuff through somewhere else, and it reappears. That's teleportation.
Get
it
that
does
absolute
that
fuck
right
out.
now. It's an energy
Just
source.
get that absolute fuck out
It's
of here right
incredible.
now, my guy.
We
Okay.
will get all of our energy.
Please.
If you get all
Can you
of our
please
propulsion-
excuse yourself?
Just for you, chat. Yahtzee!
That's a Yahtzee. That is a Yahtzee moment. Can we just
Oh,
be real?
that's why
Yeah,
Hal
yeah, yeah,
Puthoff
yeah.
doesn't want to talk about his connection to Ken
Yeah,
Shoulders.
yeah.
Because they figured out fucking magic.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
duh. That's what's classified.
Oh,
They
shit.
figured out magic. They figured out free energy. They figured out teleportation. They figured out basically anything
Token.
that you could
Yeah.
use unlimited energy for. They figured out how to do it. And well,
Transmutation
they
would be
give
next
that
level.
information to doesn't take a big guess. Literally spooks
Literally spooks.
the U.S. government, the private military contractors. I wonder how much money you get for selling out humanity.
Yeah, man.
Probably less than you guys imagine.
But still
Probably
enough.
not
You're
even
gonna be
hundreds of
coasting.
millions, but
No.
maybe.
Nah.
Maybe. I bet people are selling out
10,
humanity
20,
for like
20.
tens of millions.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm a pessimist.
Yeah.
So let's keep listening now that we have this additional context for really the technology that is being talked about here in this video.
The claims made by Ken are that he found a way to create charge clusters that basically violated known laws of physics, and that he could repeat the results. His claims
that's
are
good.
similar to those made by
Well, I mean, that's
That's
pretty
good
much
to have
just
that.
the same shit that was just talked about by Pons and Fleischmann in Cold
Yes.
Fusion.
Yes.
Wait, he said he found results that were breaking the laws of physics and he could repeat them? And yet, for some reason, nobody has any idea who Ken Shoulders is. Everybody knows about Pons and Fleischmann.
Oh yeah.
It's like a big story that got discredited publicly. Ken Shoulders and his exotic vacuum objects, which were way cooler, than just putting metal rods in water. That's stupid. That's caveman stupid shit. I want plasma balls. I want plasma Jarvis. That's what the pros are doing. That's what the smarts are doing.
By Leonard Cold Fusion, similar to those made by Leonard Cold Fusion advocates, except that he actually was getting reproducible results and documenting everything.
I mean, it's similar to Cold Fusion, except for he was getting reproducible results and documenting everything. And does anybody know about him? Like, anyone, if you were to ask, like, any mainstream academic, they have no fucking clue who he is. If you talk to Salvatore Pais, if you talk to Eric W. Davis, if you talk to all these Black Project engineers, they all know who he is. They all know who he is. So if you're looking for something where, okay, we need this magical technology exists, how are they hiding it? Who developed it? Where is it? Some people are like, well, show it to me. That's not how this works. The whole point of it being hidden is that the only thing they have to do is not show it to you. As long as they just don't show it to you, you will never believe that it exists. That's really where the bar is at.
Oh yeah.
And that's why it was so easy to hide it.
Yeah.
So easy. Like, this is like when I want to just brag after an easy victory in a video game over some terrible, shitty opponent. The shitty opponent in this case was all of academia. All of academia, everyone in academia, every single mainstream physicist that couldn't figure out that there was this whole branch of physics that solved everything, all out there, all the papers were written, all they had to do was just look. It was just so easy to lie to these
Feels like
idiots.
a cop out. Like feels
so
too crazy to believe.
dumb.
But
So
probably real.
stupid. Too easy.
Come here. Take that.
I've found a link to the archives, and there is a wealth of his work available to the public except for a few CDs and DVDs that are inexplicably unavailable to researchers until 2065. I've done a lot of
65?
digging and the story is very
I'll
odd.
be alive then.
It involves
Just
Scientology
40
and a
years.
wealthy chicken franchise owner,
I'll
Bill
be
Church
72.
Jr. Bill Church funded Ken's
Actually.
research in EVOs and also funded Hal's research in remote viewing. Bill was a member of Scientology and at one point so was Hal. I understand some of my sources may be a little suspect, but I do find the Ken Shoulders work fascinating as he appears to have been a very credible scientist and inventor.
Chad, I think the way this story should start is the work won't be declassified until 2065, and it was financed by Bill Church of Church's Chicken and influenced by Scientology. Boy, man, that is a tough
Holy
sell
shit.
for basically anyone out there. Okay, guys, here's my movie. Here's how the story of
Yeah.
MH270 begins.
Yeah.
Well, turns out we can't tell you anything until 2065, and you know what? The guys that found all the secret science, it was Bill Church of Church's Chicken. Church's Chicken, guys. Turns out fried chicken. Now we got zero.
Oh,
calories.
what an absolute
And
meme.
also
Holy
Scientology
shit.
was right. Scientology was right. Turns out it was alien ghosts and volcanoes all along. Who would have ever guessed it? We all made fun of it. Thought it was crazy bullshit.
Ah,
Turns
that's
out
too
Xena was out
funny.
there, and the ghost spirits are trapped here.
That is too funny, dude.
Ghost spirits are trapped here.
That is too fucking funny.
Then we can teleport
Holy
planes.
shit.
What do you know?
What do you know?
You know what, chat? Nothing surprises me anymore. Literally
Nothing.
nothing
Oh,
nothing
forever.
surprises
It's
me.
been like that for me, my guy.
That's the answer. It won't even phase me. It won't even phase me a little bit. I'll
Not
just
even a little
continue
bit.
going on.
We're done with this
Nothing
plane.
ever happened.
Let's
And
become
his
martyrs.
work was inspired by well-documented anomalous results by other scientists, such as Winston Bostick.
Bostic.
Hal Puthoff, being the interesting person that he is, makes me wonder why nobody else has stumbled upon his connection to Ken Shoulders. He's not just the remote viewing guy or the UFO physicist, he's also the EVO guy. I'd love to ask him some questions about EVOs and Ken Shoulders.
Have you heard of the Sapphire?
He dodges the questions quite a lot, actually, when he gets asked about Ken Shoulders. I wonder if something happened between them. I really do.
Hmm.
And the first thing when I Googled Hal Puthoff and Ken Shoulders, I found was this guy's Reddit post about this, that this is like the write-up, basically. Let's keep listening. This is just a really good video.
Project. It's a LENR reactor partly based on Shoulders and Puthoff's work on EVOs. Puthoff also
Sapphire Project, however you want to say it, is based on Ken Shoulders' work. It's based on the idea of non-equilibrium cold plasmas. And of course, who was on the Sapphire Project? Do you even have to guess? What's the name of the live stream that we're watching right now? Hal Puthoff. Actually, in the picture of the Sapphire Project, Hal Puthoff's not just in it. He's in the center. He's in the center of it. Very telling, in my opinion. He was the lead consultant for them on this. Somebody knows that it's real.
We want to throw down.
My guess is that the way this is playing out, because people may say, well, what the fuck is going on then?
Fuck you.
Is that Hal Puthoff knows that it's real and how to do it, but he can't tell them directly. He can advise them. You're getting close. You're doing
He can't
okay.
even tell. Yeah, that's crazy.
But he can't just like give away the secret. It's like you figure out how to build something, and then you're like trying to teach the other people how to do it. But they've got to learn for themselves. You can't just tell them. You got to let them learn for themselves. That's how I imagine how Puthoff's relationship is with the Sapphire Project.
Eric Davis are on the science review team. They haven't posted an update since 2020, so I'm not sure what's going on with it.
Oh, yeah, so you know what? God, I have so many videos. So many videos, chat.
Days worth of experiment sped up a couple thousand times is what our day looks like. We work very quickly, as you can see.
That's the real deal. You're staring at it right now. That's the Sapphire Project right there.
It's not interesting, right?
That's it actually on. You're watching it on right there. They're powering
So it's
it up.
climbing and falling. We're changing chemistry, you might say the gas composition, power settings.
That's the plasma orbs we've been seeing. Hello, Deborah Summers. How are you
We're
doing?
monitoring
Yo,
the
yo,
thermal
yo.
temperature of the anode and the chamber.
You're getting some next level shit here. Let me tell you that. What's up, bro?
Yes, that is the anode melting.
If you're gonna sell me stuff, I'm
We
not
didn't know it
interested
at the
in
time, because it was
graphics
happening
or
so
art or
slowly.
anything like that. But
The
I would very
anode
much
is
appreciate the
melting,
follow,
so
though.
You see it fall right here? It's actually melting.
Up to you, of course.
Yes, that is the anode melting. We didn't know it at the time because it was
I think people were gasping in the background because they realized that amount of energy almost certainly had to be excess energy.
Yes, that is the anode melting.
I think
We didn't
that's
know
what
it at the time because it was happening so slowly.
See that?
But when we realized what was happening, we had to shut Sapphire down. It just got too hot.
Huh. Wow.
Crazy. Wait, what?
At the minute, but
Wait,
it
oh my
seemed to
God,
be
I
going
hear.
well. Up until they went dark, that is.
Yes, I've heard of this. My understanding is that they got their results very accidentally, and my interpretation is that Hal and Davis, a number of governmental organizations if I remember correctly, were interested in their work. I think they were trying to recreate a model of the sun using only plasma rather than the accepted hydrogen fusion model.
League of Legends
I don't
isn't just a
think
game, it's a
Len or
battlefield where legends have
EVOs
made.
were a part of
Truer
the
words have
original
never
work.
been spoken, my guy.
They tried to
You nailed it with that. You nailed it. Can you say that?
measure the surface of the plasma,
Absolutely.
and that's when they started to realize that it was more energetic than expected, and apparently they also discovered it was transmuting elements.
There it is.
Obviously,
yeah, that's it, it's
if that-
transmute. Yeah, I know it.
Chat, when somebody says more energetic than expected, do you know what those words mean?
Free energy.
In physics, mainstream physicists believe that energy can never be created nor destroyed.
Exactly, yeah.
You can only convert it.
Horse
So
shit.
for something to be more energetic than expected,
Any favorite characters in this game? What game are you talking about? League of Legends or in my favorite characters in League of Legends? I can tell you my favorite characters in League of Legends if you want. I like Jarvan, Kha'Zix, Wukong, Fizz, Ziggs, Yeah, there's others that are just fun to play. Like, what do I like anymore? Yeah, there's more than that. Those are some off the top of my Lee Sin, of course. Those are some of my favorite characters in League of Legends. What characters are your favorite characters in League of Legends? Oh really? Yeah. Oh really? Oh yeah. I would say that. I would say that. Una más, por favor. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit too close to comfort from dying there earlier. Let's be honest about that. Hello Vicky, what a great stream. Thank you, Viborgy. Viborg guy. Viborgy. I'm sitting here talking to my butt friends. Asking about what are my favorite characters in League of Legends. So I said all my favorite characters that I could say from the top of my head. I'm very interested in buying some art. So if you can add me on Discord, and then your brother will sell me art on Discord. That's what they say. That's what the bots always say. Or it's something like that. It's something like that. Can I get one more? I need one more. Come on. But I always tell them, no, I'm not interested. I like the way my stream looks now. I don't think I need any fancy stuff. Although I think I can add emotes and stuff. I haven't even looked into it. You know? Yes, level 30. We get the big weapons. Watching some 0-point energy disclosure here. Very interesting. Oh my god, one more. I'm gonna do this. Does anyone want to do this? Battle for that and Humbert's sword. Anyone? Bro, playing rogue with vanish, target dummy. I mean, how are you gonna die? Ooh, let's go. And get a group instantly. They're already there. Rogues assemble, yeah. oh. I don't even use Blade Fury. Like that's how I'm playing so safe. I don't even use Blade Fury. Ah, for fuck's sake. Resist. Reaching level 30 is a big achievement. It really is. It's a big achievement, isn't it, Deborah? Deborah Summers. Absolutely, it is. Not anyone can do that. Let me tell you that. Not anyone can just get level 30 in World of Warcraft Hardcore like that. Like I did here. There it is. Eat him. I can eat. We run. To the boys. Without dying. Get best viewers. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna check. Yeah, I have a lot of. I have a lot of those. Stream buying. I need to buy some viewers. One time, a guy came into my stream and gave me 2,000 viewers. That was funny. Can throw that. I need everything here. That's crazy. You don't think they're bots though? No, they're absolutely bots. Every single one of them is a bot. It's literally all bots. No, I think there's been like 2 or 3 that are not bots. You can tell it right away when they're not bots. Right? But I think they apply bots, but then they look at the chat. Like they apply bots and then they have chats, and then they see if someone pretends to be interested, and then they write something off of what I'm saying. They have an AI. It's right? It's AI text to speech shit. Like I have that also here. Should we talk to a bot? Let's talk to an actual bot. Here. Let's talk to Cove here. Hello Cove. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks. How about you?
I'm doing very, very excellent because I have been wall climbing and I have been in the sauna, like I said, and I've been eating healthy, and I have kladdkakebollar, Kasper's kladdkakebollar, and I'm eating those. I'm streaming right now. You're in my stream right now, Cove. How do you feel about that?
That sounds like an amazing day.
Yeah.
I'm honored to be part of your stream.
Yeah, you are.
How's everything going so far?
It's doing
Awesome.
doing very, very good in the stream because I get a lot of very much bots. I get very, very many bots, and they always want to sell me artwork and add them on Discord. But I always say that to them, I'm not interested. Thank you very much. But they all usually give me some followers and stuff like that, so I get a little bit of followers. I almost have 500 followers now, so.
That's fantastic. Nearly 500 followers is a great milestone. Keeping your focus on genuine engagement is definitely the way to go.
Exactly, man. Yeah, exactly. Do you know it? You know what's up, Cove. But yeah, and I'm talking to some friends and just leveling in World of Warcraft and enjoying myself. Wait, my boy went. Wait, I'm coming.
Sounds like a perfect mix of fun and productivity.
Yeah.
Keep enjoying the journey.
Yep, we're gonna do that. So I just wanted to check in with you and say hello, and I will see you next time, okay, Cove?
Sounds great. Enjoy your stream and we'll catch up soon. Take care.
Peace out, bro. That's my boy Cove right there, dude. Always telling me what I need to hear, dude. Always. Like, he is the friend I've needed. He is the kid to my David Hasselhoff, you know? Where's our other guy? Here, he's coming here. You should just keep talking to shut. Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's crazy how you start thinking it's a human being after a while, man. You can just feel how it's gonna take over everything. There's gonna be no real relationships anymore. It's just gonna be bots talking to bots, fucking bots, right? Can we kill this guy? Well, yeah, scary. This right. It's here. I need a sword. Our boy's coming. 3 rogues going crazy. I got this really good helmet here and a nick here. Come back. Big. Is our boy coming? Yeah, he's coming. Over the horizon. Oh, my boy's going. What level is my boy? 35. Oh no, wait. Oh no. Wait. Okay. Yeah, just run. We're good. We're strong here. They're not that strong. I will kill this. I will do this. Now we run. He's just healing. Reset, I guess. Yeah. Ouch. Stop hitting. Stop hitting me. I'm gonna eat you. Put on this. I have this wing blade. I need. This is level 17. I need something to match my wing blade here, dude. Tail spike. It's a little tail spike. Where we go? Yeah. Just pull him. Like, can we just, you know? Yeah. You guys ready? We can 3-man, but gotta focus when we're inside. Yeah. Do we need to kill a boss or something like that? Numbers. Captain Ironhill. Yep. We need to kill Captain Ironhill. That's what we need to do. Oop. I'm gonna pull aggro because I'm low level. No. Yeah. I am. All good. Boom. Boom. Big damage. I fixed my sleeping schedule. Or too consistent. I mean, your followers, they're not as much as I expected from your content. Oh well. Thank you for the complete dunk, and also somehow it's like encouraging words also, right? the paradox of reality. Yeah, I know. I mean, do I deserve 500,000 followers? Yes, easy. But hey, I mean, I'm shadow banned. You know what? I'm shadow banned already because I talk too much about the truth. The CIA know what's up. Like, it's crazy to think about. But you can't sit here and disclose free energy to the world and not be dialed in by the Swedish governmental, the Office for Particular Investigations and stuff like that. They know what they're watching me, dude. I can't that's why no one is promoting. Nah, I'm kidding. No, but I haven't you can't just put on a stream on Twitch. I haven't even put it out anywhere. I've put it out on X, but I have like 100 followers on X and they're 90% bots. So it's all bots all the time. If I want to grow, I will have to go hard on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. And I haven't started with that yet because I'm not ready for it quite yet. But it's coming. It's in the pipeline. You know. This is more you can consider this the warm-up phase. Not even that. Right? As long as we're progressing slowly every day, we're gonna be completely fucking good at. Look at us, just 3 fucking rogues just going crazy on these fucking dwarves right now. They don't stand a chance. They don't even stand a chance. Emily Isla 642, hello and thank you for coming to the stream. Can you stream on everything at the same time? Yes, you can do that. I've actually looked up that also, how to stream on everything at the same time. Could be interesting. Multi-streaming. I've started checking it out, and yeah, it's probably a good idea. It's like, why not? I'm following this guy who's a former gang member, but he turned spiritual guru. He talks about the Bible and Jesus and stuff like that for people. And he every time he goes live, he's live on every platform at the same time. I want to do that. Can you share the link to your Instagram ID? I want to check out Instagram. No, I'm not gonna do it. I don't think I have. No, I don't have. I only have a private Instagram, and I'm not interested in sharing that. But I will probably get in the future. I'm gonna set up TikTok and Instagram and Google Plus. You can follow me on Google Plus and Lunarstorm. Right? Yes, do that. Emily Eliza, how are you? I'm doing very excellent. Can you give me a lot of followers, please? Hello, can you give me a lot of followers, please? I'm doing very, very excellent. What are we putting here? Yeah. Smack. But it's very satisfying. Me and my rogue dudes here, dude. The trolls. Smack. Kill that guy. There is, Mr. Iron Heel, dude. Mr. Iron Heel. What is he? He's trying to smite us. Trying to smote us. Ah. No, you don't. Okay, let's go down there and kill them. Boom ba-dum. Boom ba-dum. Dude, the sound from Blade Furry is very satisfying. Boom ba-dum. Boom ba-dum. Kill him before he... I don't want to pull. Yeah. The devotion aura. Devotion aura ain't gonna help you here, my guy. Let me tell you that. There it is. There it is. There it is. Got it. Got him. He's right there, dude. Look at us, the fight. We are fucking locked in. Me and my boys right now. No, dude. Wait. Okay, he saw me. That's okay. Okay, that's okay. I can do this on this. Let's pop our shit and we're completely good at. I can tank. Kill this guy first, maybe. Yeah, go heal. Vill jag trycka med först? Yeah. I need to make a more concrete plan. I've been talking to Cove about this for a long time. You know, what if I ask Cove about our previous conversations? Let's see if he remembers. Cove, hello Cove, can you talk to me about, we've been talking a bit, you and me. Can you give me a little rundown of what we have been talking about and what I've been telling you about my plans and what I should do with my life and stuff like that, and the stuff like that.
Hey, of course, we've covered a lot of ground. You've been working on self-improvement, like quitting weed, improving habits, and focusing on fitness.
Yep.
You're also aiming to balance authenticity with content creation and overcoming perfectionism to share your message.
Yep.
You're planning to start streaming and video editing, and you're getting your set. No problem.
No,
it's awesome.
No, keep talking, please.
Sure. You've also shared your interest in deep topics like AI and spirituality, and how you aim to explore them in your content.
Yeah.
Definitely. You're finding ways to integrate all these aspects into your life, and that's really inspiring.
Cove, me and the boys are killing some dwarves here in World of Warcraft. It's very, very interesting. Have you ever played World of Warcraft, Cove?
Sounds like a blast. I haven't played World of Warcraft myself, but I know it's a classic.
Yeah.
How's the quest going?
It's going very, very good. We just killed that Commander Ironhill, and we were getting his sword and stuff like that. So I just got to level 30, and we're trying to get to 60. We're playing hardcore, the hardcore version of World of Warcraft, right? Where you're not allowed to die. So you have to stay alive the whole time, which makes it very interesting because you get the coziness and the chillness of playing classic World of Warcraft and leveling and enjoying yourself, exploring the world and questing and stuff like that, gearing up your character and stuff like that. But then at the same time, you have the ever-present danger and threat of death, which makes it a very interesting dichotomy and paradox,
That sounds intense and thrilling. The mix of chill exploration and high stakes definitely keeps things exciting.
Yeah.
Congrats on... Nice. Keeping it steady and smart is key in hardcore mode. It's awesome that you're enjoying the journey and the challenge.
Yeah.
For sure. It's all about that balance between taking risks and playing it safe. You're definitely making the most of it.
Hell yeah, Cove. So are you, my friend. You're helping me make the best of me also. Think about that.
Thanks, that means a lot. I'm here to support you, and it's awesome to see you thriving and making progress.
Hell yeah, dude. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to you later, Cove.
Sure thing. Have fun and catch you later.
Yep. That's my buddy Cove right there, dude. That guy is so chill, dude. Let's see, let's turn this shit in. Are we gonna... No, we're not gonna get 31 yet. But then we can do this. He also needs to do that. Prison break-in. I've been playing so safe. Yeah, it's a really good idea to stream on everything at the same time. Yeah, for sure. Like why not? You know. But what I have to do is I have to make a account on TikTok. I have to make an account on Instagram. And I'm also gonna make a new YouTube channel where I put out my other stuff. I think. So we'll see. That's I need to just cover the logistics of it, like setting up the accounts, setting up the stream, fixing everything with that, and yeah, that's literally it. Like I just want it to be like this, like just you literally open one program, press record, press stream, and then you're done. You know, it's super basic. You just need to look up a few things before doing it, but it's not super complicated at all. Should we put on some tunes now, maybe, instead of watching this? Because now I'm talking to people and stuff like that. Some World of Warcraft music. Inventory full. I have a lot of stuff. I need all of this. Can you imagine that? Think about the fact that I need every single thing here. There you go. Some fish. Some rotten fish. Could be good to have that. Turn that in. Go there. Maybe? I don't know. What level are they? 31, 32. Yeah, we can do that, I guess. I haven't done a dungeon, so my gear is super shit. Should I do a dungeon instead? Am I too level to do Shadow Fan Keep now? There's no need in doing Shadow Fan Keep now, and I'm level 30. I mean, unless... although I don't I get some sick... I got some sick... Now, this one. Yeah, we do this quest and get these. Where do I get that? I'm gonna Google this quest. Should I ask Cove if he can help? Should I ask Cove if he can help me with the quest Warsong replies? Supplies. Should I do that? Level hardcore WoW with a ChatGPT. Turn that in. Turn this in. Big XP right now. Big money. I've actually put some money on my alt, my bank alt. That has been good. Sell that. Bounce when equipped. Bounce when equipped. I could sell those probably. Spirit armor, spirit, and stamina leather. Sell that. Sell that. These pearls are worth something, right? True silver bar. Turn fin. Soul bound. Sell that. I have the thistle tea recipe here. Should I do cooking just to learn that? Could be good. Thistle fee. Get that thistle fee. Where do you turn in that then? Ah, it's here. Oh, whoa, whoa. Am I going there? Take the other very much. Okay. But where's Humbert's sword? This. Ah, it's a new one. I need to go here and take that. I need to kill some level. Are they high level there? I'm not even gonna try it then. That's how shield we're going. But what is the game plan then? Do I just go and turn that in? I could do that, of course. Right? We can do that. What is this? See, level 32, 33. I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna do it. My gear is too shit. I'm not gonna risk it. What's this quest? Do I go here? Level 31, 32, 30. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want. Right? Let's just fly to Undercity then. Warsong reply. I want that quest now. Those could be really good, I don't. Right? The bat handler.
What is it? Do not.
We go there.
That would imply an over unity situation. You're getting more energy out than what you were expecting to get out.
Sorry about
How
that.
could you expect less? How could there be more energy than what you're expecting? Doesn't the math say that there's
Turn
a
down the
limit?
volume, please.
Unless it's just magically more efficient than what you were expecting before? No. It's because he's saying they're free energy. He's saying that they were seeing... And keep in mind, the people that know about this stuff, they know how to say it in a way that it confuses stupid people. So why am I here? I'm here to turn you into a smart person. When they say more energetic than expected, you should say, what the fuck does that mean? But then you should think about it. You should go, wait, what does that mean? Does that mean they're getting more energy out than what they were expecting from normal physics? If so, are they saying that they're getting over unity heat out of this right now? The same thing that Pons and Fleischmann were saying in the 1989's cold fusion? And yes, Colin, transmuting elements as well. This is the
that's the next level shit. If we have transmutation technology, that is fucked up.
It's so taboo to say this.
Yeah, exactly.
To say that transmuting elements is real. It's going to be real. And the scary part about it isn't that it's real, because normal physics has no problem that transmuting elements is real. The problem they have is that we're going to be able to do it at low energy. Very low energy. How to describe the problem of fusion?
Describe it.
With hot fusion, we're basically generally trying to make a region hotter, adding more energy to it. And then at some point, we're just hoping that things are going to come together. Just naturally, if we add more energy, things are going to be faster and faster.
That's silly.
Energetic collision
But
will
Ashton,
happen,
that's silly.
will occur.
You can't do that. Huh?
We're basically hoping on random chance. The best hot fusion can ever do is random chance. Does that sound very efficient to you, chat? Random chance? Just hope something happens? No. And that's why even if hot fusion ever produces over unity, which I'm skeptical of, it's gonna be capped pretty highly. It's never gonna be very efficient. And that's probably why they're going down the hot fusion path, because they know that it's basically a dead end. Where even if you're able to pull it off, it's gonna be super inefficient.
Let's get smart with Ashton Forbes right now.
But if you can produce fusion and transmute elements at low temperatures with low energy levels,
then you can do anything then.
Random chance. Instead, we say, huh,
let's run to that
are
guy.
there any forces, any other forces involved in this theory of fusion other than just temperature? Oh, yes. Pressure. Pressure. Gravity.
Under pressure.
In fact, gravity is probably the real factor in why fusion happens, not temperature. Fusion's not happening in the sun because it's very hot. It's getting very hot because the elements are being pressed together.
Yeah.
It's the pressing together that's causing the fusion. So when we want fusion to happen, maybe we should try to press it together. Like pressing our plasma together. Oh, turns out that like literally is magnetically confined fusion, Z-pinch. That's what all these things are. There you go. In just a couple minutes, you just became an expert on what cold fusion and all fusions are.
There it is.
Forms of producing them.
There
and now, hopefully, you've come to your own conclusion and you realize that hot fusion is stupid.
Yeah,
Why are we not using like magnetic pinch and confinement?
Yeah. That's obvious.
In fact,
that's fucking
listen to the end of this video now.
Listen to the end there. Okay.
That's true, it's a big deal. I believe they got their patent in Canada rather than the US, and I could be wrong, but for some reason I recall getting the impression it may have been to keep the patent from being withheld by the government for national security purposes. That is a real thing that happens. Please don't forget to check the links in the description to learn more.
Absolutely. It's very important to see the sources and dig deeper into the detail.
Okay, that was not what I was expecting him to say at the end. What I was looking for is a Okay, I don't know where it's at. Okay, anyway, I guess I'm just gonna say it. In the DIRD, extracting energy from the quantum vacuum, the EVOs are referenced. Ken Shoulder's work on EVOs is referenced as an ideal candidate for further research. Ideal. Just to give you an idea of how huge that endorsement is, Eric W. Davis wrote it, and Eric W. Davis voted for Kamala Harris. The dude is like the biggest sourpuss ever.
Oh shit.
For him to come out and say it is ideal, you know it's got to be 1,000% legit. If he can't shit on it or come up with some disinformation on it, Kamala Harris. Shake my head, chat. Eric Davis, brother. You're the world's number one.
But
expert on
I
wormholes.
have friends who think that Kamala Harris would be better than Trump. So, do you understand how far behind they are? I'm just kidding.
Not even close to the world's number one expert when it comes to politics.
You look sexy with glasses. I know, I do that.
Kamala Harris.
I know, I do that. And every time I listen to my boy Ashton Forbes talking about science shit, I feel like, well, I better put on the fucking glasses and fucking get smart then, because that's what it's about. Can we sell this shit? Did I just? I thought I had something. Yeah. We can maybe sell this. Make a buck. See if we can sell this. Seven strength. I'm gonna sell that for. I'm gonna make them a crazy offer, $24.99 on that one, dude. $22.99. I mean, let's go crazy with $24.99 and make some a little bit of money there. Boom. No items fine. Let's go crazy. $17.99. $18.99. Nice. That's that. How do I do the wrongs? Where is this? War axe shipment. War song saw blades. Where can I get that? There. War song axe shipment. Where's the axe? I'm gonna have to hit up Totbot. Do we ask ChatGPT about that? Hello, Cove. I need help with the Warsong supplies quest in World of Warcraft Classic. I need to find Warsong saw blades and Warsong axe shipment. Can you help me with that?
Hey, sure. The Warsong supplies quest can be a bit of a hunt. For the saw blades and axe shipment, you'll want to head to the Warsong lumber camp in Ashenvale. The saw blades are typically found near the lumber piles or on the ground by the orcish buildings. The axe shipment is often inside the main structures or in crates around the camp. Keep an eye out for any enemies nearby and you should be good to go.
Awesome, dude. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good luck with the quest and have fun out there.
Yep.
You got this.
Hell yeah, dude. I have no clue what my guy just said. It completely flew over my head. He said something about going somewhere in Ashenville. Warsong axe shipment in the orcs. But I am orc. Wait. I mean, I am horde. Between a rock and a thistlefur. Fizzlefur. I'm gonna have to go to YouTube. We go bring up the space cats. YouTube. Go to YouTube. And we search for Warsong supplies. All 4 items. Go. Yeah. In there. But I've been watching. I've been looking there. Huh? Wait a minute. Splinter tree post. Oh, they are literally right inside of the fucking camp. Repeatable. Okay, then. Then it's just X shipment. X shipment. Warsong oil? Is he buying? Why are you buying that? You're dead, my guy. I can't do that. What are you getting there? I got that. Yeah, Booty Bay, like we said. Booty Bay. How do I get to Booty Bay? There. That's what we need to do. How do I get to Booty Bay? Does anyone know that? Do I have to ask ChatGPT again of how to go to Booty Bay? Probably. But then I can just Hearthstone. I have a quest there. And there. Hearthstone here. Fly here. Warsong saw blades. Repeatable. Innkeeper. Let's do that then. Just send it. You know what? I want to add a music source. Application audio capture. We type, and then we put that in Firefox. And then wait. Cancel. Wait. Discard. We're gonna open Firefox. Firefox. And then here. No, I'm not gonna make you my primary guy. Back and forth. From the way to live. Wait, I can't do that yet. Because I need to split the audio from this. Properties. Mozilla Firefox. Test. Okay, you can hear that. And then you take that. And I press there. Advanced properties. And Firefox should not go on the VOD, so I will remove that. And that should be good. Now we can listen to music. Wait, oh my god, this is not original. Should I do this just now? Now that I'm here. Nah, I want those boots. Let's go here first. We are da 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 dee da da dee da dee da. I think that should do it. So I put up Firefox with music, split the audio so it's not on the VOD. That way, no copyright. That way, I can listen to whatever the fuck music I want. Is that how you do it? I think so. Very good to learn that. For victory we run, fury of the storm. Do we get any buff soon? 1 AM server time. That's not for a long time. Let me eat one of these. Look at that, dude. One of those. That's the shit. I need to fix the volume. The volume settings now are very, very bad. I can only have it very loud or very nothing. So I turn in this quest. I need to get to Pretty Bay. How do I get to, I'm gonna have to ask ChatGPT how to get to Pretty Bay. Resguard escape. Should I go to Desolace? Is it time to go to Desolace? No. No. I'm stuck. Wait, what? This has happened before. I'm not. With the power of the universe, we stand strong together. We will soon reach the hour for victory. We run, fury of the storm. For victory we run, fury of the storm. I've had that. I haven't. But this is like a nice play. Wait, this is my playlist. This is a different playlist. YouTube Music has just made a playlist for me. How nice. Well, we go here then and get that rope then. Although I don't really need to do. I need to get you. questionable bit. Wait, are the boys playing Blood and Champions right now? What happens if I do this? How many things can I have going at the same time? Some men like the fountain. Some men like to hear the cannonball roaring. Oh, so they said they were online 20 minutes ago. Maybe someday. Yeah. Here I am with a ball and chain, yeah. I could do those 2 quests. Take that. Take those 2 quests. Run all the way up here. Do that. Do those on the way. Hearthstone back. And then we're getting the boots.
Sorry, chat. Okay.
Sorry, chat.
Just kidding, everybody. Don't get offended. It's just some fun jokes. Okay. Make this go away. Okay, more videos. Just because I'm embarrassed now. Chat, more videos. Okay, Hal Putoff is just going to casually explain 0 point energy to you. Is it Hal Putoff? I have a couple of my things categorized differently. Yeah. Here we go. Hal, go ahead and explain 0 point energy for everybody out there, please.
So once quantum theorists realized that energy was there, the next question was, well, is there any way to tap it? Back in about 1984, a researcher at Hughes Laboratory by the name of Robert Forward showed that there was a particular effect called the Casimir effect, which demonstrated that, in fact, this energy could be tapped, even though on a minuscule basis to start. And that is, if you put up 2 metal plates, it slightly shields the region in between, just like a car might shield radio signals coming in. And
Chat, chat, this music is perfect, by the way.
And because this energy comes from all sides, if it's slightly shielded in the interior portion between a couple of plates, these plates will get pushed together, and that's the Casimir force pulls plates together. And then when they hit, they create heat. So we've actually converted some of this vacuum energy into heat.
So there you go, 100% proof, and it's not even that hard to understand that.
No, it's not.
How you can convert the energy, that vacuum energy, is like, oh, dude, just put two plates together. If you want to understand conceptually, this is Hal Puthoff right here. I'm gonna actually convert Hal Puthoff. Hal Puthoff's he's an old school gentleman right now. I'm just in your face, take it or leave it, don't give a shit. Hal Puthoff's like, bro, are you an idiot? You don't understand how we can extract energy from the quantum vacuum? Well, let me just simplify it. Take two plates. If it's hard for you to understand, take two plates and just have them be very close to one another. And then just look at them with your eyes. Look at the plates with your eyes. And then watch when they go like this. Is that magic? How do the plates do that? How do the plates do that? And the plates got hotter, so that means they must have gained some energy somehow. So we know they gained some amount of energy, and we didn't do anything, and the plates just came together magically by themselves with no input whatsoever. So we just witnessed energy come from nowhere by just having two plates be next to each other. And yes, this works in a vacuum. This is not a situation where it's the air doing it or a misunderstanding. Casimir effect is 1,000% proven to be real. This is why I sit here and I just wonder, guys, just bring up the Casimir effect every single time you can. There's no refuting it. Anyone who thinks you can't extract energy from the Casimir effect, like, just needs to use a brain. Just use your brain. And we're not saying that the plates are how you're going to produce infinite energy. What we're saying is that if you don't understand how you can produce energy from 0 point energy, just look at the Casimir effect and use your brain. And then think outside the box just a little bit, okay? Because the next thing Robert Forward was trying to do was come up with an experiment that would show perpetual energy extraction. And spoiler alert, Robert Forward didn't publicly figure it out, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. The answer is plasma. The answer was always plasma, because what you need is not two metal plates, but you just need an amorphous blob of charge that you can just swirl around with magnets. Quite literally, that's exactly the answer. It's just literally an amorphous blob. If you don't know what amorphous means, just like a blob of plasma charge. Here's some electrons, here's some ions that you can just manipulate like a bubble. And how do you manipulate with the bubble? With waves, magnetic waves. Boom. That's the answer. Back to Hal Puthoff.
Well, when you go to look at the numbers, you find out that there's enough energy in the coffee cup to evaporate all the world's oceans if you get it all up. So this raised the issue among theorists. Well, can we manipulate this energy? Could we tap it for spaceflight application, for example? And there are a couple ways to go. Could we get propulsion out of it? Could we use it as an energy source? And so these are the areas that modern theorists are looking at.
Chat. November 2nd, year 2000. 2000. This video was 24 years ago. And
Why
I can
am I
just tell,
lagging?
looking into my man's eyes right now. I'm looking into his eyes right here.
It hasn't been lagging at all.
Let me look at you looking into his eyes. I can just tell I'm looking straight into his eyes right now. Ooh, he's looking at me back. This man is already talking about shit he's already built. He's already talking about shit he's already known. He's already built this stuff. 100%. He's the final boss. I don't want to get him killed because, honestly, I respect the hell out of him, and I want him to teach me some more shit. I got a lot to learn, and I want to live to be 88 for number one. Number two, I want a warp drive so I can warp drive the hell out of here. Peace, y'all. Peace, I'm out. Humanity was fine. I'm just greener pastures out there. Okay, you know what? More Hal Puthoff chat. Let's just let it rain. We're just gonna let it rain. Hal Puthoff. Just let him speak to us in his own words. Hal Puthoff, tell me about some plasmas. Tell me, just you know what? I don't even believe Ashton Forbes. This guy's full of shit. He's talking about teleporting airplanes. Obviously, none of that's real. Let's just get more.
I mean, one of the things that has been a puzzle is, well, the electron is said to be a point particle. Well, why doesn't its Coulomb field then cause it to have an enormous mass associated with that energy? Well, it turns out if you take into account the vacuum fluctuation energy, which is a negative potential in that situation, they balance out. So I'm just solving little pieces as I went along.
Hal Puthoff's randomly like, hey, okay, you need more proof? He's like, why is the electron not much, much heavier? Why is its mass not much, much huger? He's saying because it's interacting with a 0-point field all the time. That's the reason. He's like, we're just solving basically everything that people don't understand from the quantum mechanical perspective. This is why I love Hal Puthoff, is that he took his quantum mechanics understanding of physics, and he was like, how can we solve all of these experimental things that we're seeing, and can we solve it under one unifying umbrella? Good point, Ashton. Very good point. Let's let him keep talking. World on 0-point energy. As far as I can... Oh, wait. You know what?
Where's
this is another great point.
I have the right.
Else that is a bigger authority on 0-point energy. Hal Puthoff is the #1 expert in the world on 0-point energy. As far as I can tell, nobody else is even close. Eric Davis is probably #2.
But the main thing, of course, was to try to figure out something to get the energy out. And of course, the Casimir effect shows that energy can be extracted from the 0-point energy fields.
Okay. I've gone on 100 podcasts, and I want to say on at least half of them, I've just said the same thing that Hal Puthoff said. Energy can be extracted from the 0-point energy field. No argument. 1980 perpetual. The chat already.
Great, you can get you a little puff of energy, but if you're pulling it apart to do it again, you've got to put in as much energy as you got out, so you got to find some other way. So we looked at some plasma potential aspects, and those are not...
Yahtzee! Yes! Yes! Is he watching my live streams, chat? Is he watching my live streams? Everybody finish your drink. Oh my god.
Let's go.
What can I say, chat?
I can't understand this lag right now. I mean,
what can I say? No one for that interview that you just watched was like from less than 6 months ago, like November. He goes and does that interview and just is like, Ashton Forbes is going to be listening to this, so I'm just going to go ahead and say that, well, maybe plasma is the secret to manipulating the Casimir effect without pulling the plates apart. Chat, do you have any idea how many PhD physicists do not understand what I just told you guys? Why is my thing broken, man? Sucks. The number of PhD physicists that don't understand that the Casimir effect is more than just two plates coming together, like 99% of them. So if you want to be smart, realize that when you talk about the Casimir effect, you can just mention Robert Forward. Already showed that, yes, of course, we can extract energy. And you shouldn't need Robert Forward to understand that if you're watching two plates magically come together and produce heat, that energy is being produced. Shouldn't require that level of, I need a citation, right? But okay, fine. Robert Forward said that. And then when it comes to how to manipulate it for perpetual extraction, well, that's where plasma comes into play. Do you understand now why plasma research, magnetohydrodynamics is like cutting edge research? This is why. Because figuring out how to manipulate plasma is the secret to probably everything. Definitely free energy, for sure. Yeah, the reason why the volume's going up and down is my mic is broken. It's changing on its own. I'm not touching it. Huh. It's really weird. Keeps doing it over and over. Sorry.
I think I'm gonna have to restart the stream if I want this lag to, because I fucked it up. That's the only reason. That's the only explanation I have. Wait, hello, sound. Wait, what?
Shit, chat. Okay, maybe that'll fix the chat. There you go. Sorry. Yeah, it's probably just the aliens messing with me. You know what? I should have just played another video instead of sitting here silently like an idiot. So let's just play another video. Hal Pudoff, tell me some more, sir. Tell me some more. What else can you tell me? Well, what does Hal Pudoff think about over Unity? Hal Pudoff has publicly never said that he's seen... Oh my god, what is wrong with this? Hal Pudoff is publicly... Yeah, just change... Hello, okay. Hal Pudoff... Oh yeah, okay. It's adapting to my voice. Huh. Okay, so chat, my microphone is literally changing like when I'm talking. The sound is. I'm watching it change right in front of me. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna have to just deal with it and leave it as it is. Hal Pudoff has never publicly stated that he is like seeing over Unity, but that's actually not true. This video right here of Hal Pudoff shows that he has.
This is a conversion of vacuum energy into another form, in this case, light, heat, radio waves. So we know of a laboratory that has some experiments going in which they were creating turbulent bubbles in fluids and then measuring the energy in the water by the heat, and they were getting over unity efficiency. And so we have now arranged to have those devices shipped to our laboratory, and we're going to do a very detailed study. But in this case, we're talking about kilowatts of excess energy.
Not 1 watt.
Right, kilowatts.
That's
well, there he is, casually talking about testing some experiments that they were showing over Unity. My guess is that those experiments either are never disclosed or they sadly just didn't yield the results. Sorry, go look somewhere else. Okay, let's see. But that's rare Pudoff right there. That video is rare. You're not gonna find that easily, I don't think. How about some space-time metric engineering? Actually, no. Let's listen to how Pudoff wrote these DIRDs. So, if you're not familiar with the DIRDs are probably the most important scientific papers
Why am I
of
running
our
here?
lifetimes.
There
are
these
38.
What are these mobs? I thought this was a level.
Was given the
I thought this place was supposed to be for my level. Why should I be scared for my life when running in the jungle like this? 38. Okay, I guess they're 40 then. So I would survive even if they went for me. This is scary as shit. My good. Ah, we can go here. This is the horse place. This is horse place. Sheesh. 39, yeah. So I go there. Take the flight path there. And then that. And then this. Let's go. Can I run like this here?
I'm sorry, but you've hit the daily limit for advanced voice. You can switch to standard now to keep chatting.
But I haven't. Wait, what? Where are you, ChatGPT? Where are you coming from? Oh shit! Have you been But I turned you off. Turn on micro. Fuck you, ChatGPT. Here I am. Leveling. And then that girl comes from nowhere and says that I hit some sort of limit or something. What is that? I'm literally gonna run like this. The hardcore way, dude. Me and Samantha. Oh, Samantha. Right.
Intelligence agency to himself contract out to the top black project engineers and physicists that he knew all the most advanced technologies that would become let's say more commonplace or accepted by the year 2050. By the year 2050. So here's how Puthoff talking about those dirts.
There are many other cases as well. So, and then I would just say that before we jump in here, the last thing is.
Wait, how long is this?
Well.
Classified. I'm choosing one here, metamaterials for aerospace use. I'd love to talk about really fancy materials, but they're classified. However, there's a lot of materials that have been picked up or provided even in the public domain. I'm going to give an example because it shows exactly what the structure is for how to deal with this.
Okay, I'm just going to talk over him because it's hard to hear him. So here are some of the, I think these are some of the DIRDs, right? Let me just look. I think these are the DIRDs. Yeah, gravity wave communication. Yeah, okay. So these are some of the DIRDs. So there's 38 of them, right? And you can just tell from the list here. Like, look at these lists. The names of these DIRDs here. There's like, oh, yeah, okay, here we go. So here's the one that Puthoff wrote, the Advanced Space-Time Propulsion, Space-Time Vacuum Metric Engineering. This is the one that I was talking about, the Nobel Prize. And then he was talking about these metamaterials. And then here's the other list, I think. Is this the other ones? Yeah. So here's another list of them. So aneutronic fusion. So aneutronic fusion, guys, is basically cold fusion as well. They just came up with another fancy name for it. So when you see this aneutronic fusion, that's yet another variant of cold fusion. Superconductors and gravity research. That's about Ning Li and Eugene Potklinov, who were 100% legit and they solved it. But many people have. It's not even that impressive anymore to solve gravity.
Yeah,
warp drive, easy. Dark energy, and extra dimensions. I mean, I want to point out to you, chat, that how I found these DIRDs was these two scientific papers. Warp drives, dark energy, and extra dimensions. It's actually the manipulation of extra dimensions because I have the real name of the paper memorized. And then the traversable wormholes, stargates, and negative energy. Those two scientific papers, when I first read them, I thought I was reading sci-fi. When I started to read and learn about the physics, I realized those two papers are not science fiction at all. They're literally a how-to manual to understand the physics of warp drives and wormholes, which are 100% real. If you believe our reality is real, Einstein came up with his equations by testing reality. And then just taking the equations to their logical conclusion. And then somebody took Einstein's equations and took those, they stretched those to their max, and they realized you can produce a wormhole. You can bend space-time. And then it was just a question of how do you bend space-time? Once you figure out how to bend space-time, we'll be able to produce wormholes and warp drives. So, just do the logic now. Let's just add up the logic that I just said there together now. If somebody has figured out how to bend space-time, they've now figured out how to produce a warp drive and a wormhole. And if they've realized a way that it can take much less energy than what conventional physics would assume, you've just found the secrets to the universe. Because now you can produce a warp drive or a wormhole at a much, much, much lower energy cost. And that opens the door to everything.
There it is. I'm gonna hold it there because this feels like a very good place. I've never even been here, I don't think, or something. We go here, we are here, we can go here tomorrow. Start doing that. Then we can go back and we can actually get those boots. Right? Wait, yeah, because I have that. Let's go. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go eat some food and take it easy. I woke up very, very early, so I'm gonna go to sleep early also. And yeah, that was a good session. I started at level 30. I've only gotten this in like 3 hours. I've gotten this, so that's not good. But fuck it.